Hey, Pups here! Today we're going to be doing the art raffle for the 100 subscribers special. We had 7 people enter the raffle and there's going to be 3 winners, which means that everybody has this ungodly decimal chance to win. It's looking like a gotcha for real. But regardless of who wins, I do want to introduce all of the candidates, starting with our first respondent, which is Green Amber, and their OC is actually a Hazbin Hotel OC, and it is this absolutely adorable little fox. Love all the colors and details on this character, and I actually know the artist who made this reference, so that's pretty cool. Our second respondent is Kara, and they also have a Hazbin Hotel OC. I think it's Crystal, isn't it? Let me make sure I'm not tripping. Kara made her own references, and all of these pictures are so good. I love all the different poses and colors, and just the character design in general is really cool. I really like this one. Our third runner-up is Haha. Love the name. Their OC is Roasted Marshmallow Cookie. The only visual reference that I got was a roasted marshmallow, and we absolutely love that. So Roasted Marshmallow is a silly, puffy little 5-year-old that loves to run around fire cookies, especially Mala Sauce, and Mala raised him and keeps him safe from danger. He always tries to help, but somehow ends up looking sillier than he already is. That sounds like a really fun and cute character. Good luck to you. Okay, our fourth respondent, Keon, or Keon. I hope I'm saying that right. I unfortunately did not receive any visual references for this character. They are described as a Hispanic girl who works at a cafe full of monsters. That sounds like the dream job, not gonna lie. They have brown hair and usually wear teal colored clothes. Having them drawn as a cookie would be so cool. I could honestly see them with a little cake monster or something on their shoulder. I don't know, that was just my first thought. Very, very cute and good luck to you. Our fifth in line is Cherry Pop Go. They're coming in with this beautiful reference of lemon cheesecake cookie. They currently work in a cafe called Cherry Sweets. She would let no one ruin the cafe, and she'd spin around on her rollerblades and sacrifice the food to attack them. Honestly, good job. She got in trouble after wasting the food, but was let off when a coworker who witnessed it said what had happened. Alright, that's good. Nobody knows what floor she's from, but apparently it could be a whole floor of nothing but cafes. Go you. Good luck. Alright, our sixth runner-up is Melm. Oh wait, it's not just Melm, it's Melm! It's a seahorse cookie, like a mermaid guard. Alright, so my first thought was Coral, what's her name? Coral something from frickin' Kingdom? Coraline! Let me look it up. They said just do whatever you want, so this one's a lot of creative freedom. I didn't get any visual references or anything. Good luck to you. This will be a fun one to do if you win. Alright, and then our seventh and last runner-up for this raffle is Fluffy Pancake. Fluffy wants to be a YouTuber, so I'm assuming that this was their concept for an avatar or something. It's very cute and it would be fun to draw. Good luck to you. Alright, so behind me is our fancy dancy little wheel. Let me get some drum roll. Gotta be serious now. Click to spin! Who's it gonna be? Our 3 lucky winners! Our first one is Melm! Okay, so Melm is our first winner. So we're gonna remove that from the list. Go for our second winner! Let's go! Doing some heckin' big drum roll, guys! Cherry Pop Go is our second winner. Heck yeah. You go, Cherry Pop. To remove that one. And then who's our final winner gonna be? I don't know. Let's see. Drum roll. It's going to be Green Amber is our third winner. Awesome sauce. Let's see what we can do with this. Alright, I know that I was talking all energetic earlier, but it's a new day and I have to talk quietly, but that's beside the point. The point is that we have this beautiful cookie. Honestly, the reference was so good. I didn't really know what to change and I didn't, want to make it too repetitive. So I went with the idea of this sort of being an alternate costume for her to wear. Maybe more of a spring or summer type of outfit. I also took this as an opportunity to really play around with some dynamic poses and it was a little bit of a struggle to get the perspective just the way I wanted, but I think that it turned out really good. It kind of looks like she's been skating and then suddenly stopped. So you have her dress flaring out a little bit, and she just looks like she is ecstatic to be here, and honestly, love that for her. One part of the design that I wish was a little bit more prominent in the reference image was her hair clips, because a lot of the times the accessories on Cookie characters are exaggerated, and even though you could see them in the original image, I didn't feel like they were pronounced enough. I don't really know where the blueberries and strawberries come in with lemon cheesecake, but I did really like the touches of color that they added and sort of, the pattern diversity. I tried to keep the colors as close to the original as possible, but I did make a few minor changes. I did notice that the lemon color is giving more orange, but I literally color picked off of a lemon, so I don't really know what you want from me. I'm just playing. But yeah, she did end up looking a little bit more orange than I would have liked, but I'm still really happy with how it looks. And I think that adding the little stripes on the dress that make it look like a lemon, and then again bringing those strawberries and blueberries down into the rest of the design really brought in some, color and design diversity that makes her very interesting and unique. I also really liked the shoes, the little roller skating shoes, and the wheels being lemon slices was so clever. This cookie is so adorable, and it was so much fun to make her. Congratulations on winning the raffle, and I hope that you enjoy your lemon cheesecake cookie in this alternative outfit. I don't really know what to call this costume, so go ahead and put in the comments what you guys think it should be called. Alright, moving on to our second winner. This one was probably the most vague prompt out of any of them that we got. I was given no visual references, no description, no nothing. They were just seahorse cookie, have fun with it, BFF. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I will have fun with it, actually. Of course, I took inspiration from Crimson Coral Cookie because she is literally a coral mermaid. But I really didn't want this to just be another mermaid coral guard rehash that we've already gotten in the actual games. Instead of basing it off of a regular seahorse, I took inspiration from the sea dragon, which I don't think it's a seahorse specifically, but it's a seahorse adjacent sea creature. And they have these really cool plant looking growths on them, and that's because they are actually plants. These creatures swim so slowly in the water that they are able to cultivate and grow these plants on their body, giving them this very interesting kind of ethereal look. And as I was thinking about how to make it more unique, I actually got inspiration from Burnt Cheese Cookie and how his helmet looks like, the Anubis or the jackal head. So I'm like, what if we adapted that same concept and then just made it like a seahorse head? Coloring this was a whole other gambit. I was originally going to borrow the colors from my Sea Dragon reference, so just different shades of yellows and browns and blacks. And then I'm like, that's a little bit boring, I have no idea how we arrived at the colors that we did, but I guess what kind of entered my mind was candy cane. Well, why don't we just, go all out with this? I didn't really know what to do with the coloring line art, so I just made it this darker brown color. I think that sort of having this single consistent line color that's not just, really bold black kind of gives it this overall softer and more balanced look to it. So even though it's busy, it's not too busy. Honestly, with this being just a wild card prompt, I was really excited to have that creative freedom and see what we could do with it, what we could do different, and thus this was born, and I'm very happy with it. I hope that it lives up to your expectations and that you're happy with how it came out. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And And last but not least is Green Amber's Fox OC. We have had quite a few animal looking cookies in the past. There was a concept for like this little cheese Dalmatian cookie that I took inspiration from. It was part of the concept art for the Cheese Kingdom update, but I don't think it ever made it into the actual game, sadly. And then the other very obvious candidate for a reference was Tails cookie. I'm gonna be very honest with you all. I don't think that Tails cookie looks very much like a cookie. I'm pretty sure that Sonic was the very first collaboration that Kingdom had, period. So they were probably still feeling out the style. He still served as a really good reference. I also did end up looking at pictures of Kumiho cookie to kind of get some inspiration on what to do with the tail and just like the general shapes of the character to make it feel like it belongs in Cookie Run. Because this OC is, as I said earlier, a Hazbin Hotel OC, and I'm actually friends with the artist who made the reference, and of course this OC is my friend's OC, so I was fortunate to know a little bit more about this character to kind of inform some decisions, and one of those artistic decisions was making her skinnier and also giving her this little potted plant. Because the character of Amber really likes plants, is very close to nature, hence like the little farm looking outfit. So I feel like I mention it like every single time. Colored line art is honestly something that I really struggle with, and I feel like this one I'm kind of, getting a way to make it easier for myself. Finding out that certain areas like on her tail and her face and her ears, you don't even need a line. You can just have that nice contrast between those dark and those light colors, and it doesn't make it feel so cluttered. I did take a little bit of color liberty on her outfit because I feel like the original was too dark. Once we got the colors on her eyes, it really came together. I also think that we struck balance between her being a cookie and also her being like an anthropomorphic type of character. She still looks like she belongs in Cookie Run without suffering the same fate as poor little Tails did. Perfectly balanced as all things should be, but minus the mass genocide. And yes, thank you Amber for joining into the raffle. Congratulations on winning, and I hope that this was everything that you wished for. And so that concludes our 100 subscriber special. Thank you to everyone who has helped the channel get this far. Thank you for sharing these videos, subscribing, liking, doing the whole gambit that helps channels grow. And I really look forward to you guys continuing to support the channel, because the more support that we have, the more events like this that we can host. Like, if nobody submitted their character, I wouldn't even be able to draw them for you all to enjoy. I do really enjoy interacting with you guys and getting feedback. So yes, just a very, very, very big thank you to all of you. Now you all have a blessed day and keep being awesome. See ya!